get on with it for the early stages of the game, hoping that that would accelerate Ling and make sure that the GPM for the Ling is as high as possible, while also keeping sure that Nolan just have got no way to play the game.
Clint or Bruno, man. In my head, those are the picks that you want to use to empower the Ling, because if you pick up a scaler here, it's okay, but you know there are risks to it.
I think you can still play a pretty decent posture here.
Yeah, I was thinking Beatrix, because like I understand the notion of Clint, but at the same time, no one else can poke, right? So Clint doesn't have the supplementary resource, but Beatrix, we said in game 1, jack of all trades.
Honestly, Beatrix is kind of like the Suyo of the gold lane, where she kind of do anything.
Army knife, you know?
She can fight from long range and close range with a Wesker.
Yeah.
She can do anything. She has a long dash. She can refill her shots.
She has one gun for every occasion.
She has single target. She has AoE.
She has great hair color.
That's your thing.
That's my thing.
It's red, right?
It is red, yeah.
Yeah, that's red.
It's red.
A little bit towards the pink, actually.
And now going in game number 2, Todak was the one to win the first game in 12 minutes. Now, they want to do the same thing with their draft, but SRG can Sakai's perform with the draft that's been designed for the Sky Prince. Let's jump into the Land of Dawn.
Given his best rapier, and right now he is about to tear up a storm. We got SRG this time on that red side. Todak finds themselves on blue. Right off the bat, you see a bit of movements from SRG. Wanted to find out where Zayed is.
Lift up the morale for the members of the side of SRG. In the meantime, talking about the jungler, the main thing that we want to see is both of these junglers that will end up in the same spot in the gold lane. Right
now, it looks like Todak, they do have an advantage here in mid, but again, we got to look at Yums. How does he use this Cho? Is he able to actually poke down Zion's endpoint? But Young Lord is already on top of it. Having this high loss, once you go in, the amount of slow and the damage that can be dealt by a high loss makes it very risky for you to go for any kind of trades against the mid laner. So, good drafting coming in from Todak, making sure that Zion Senpai doesn't have a bad time against a Cho.
To be honest, when we were talking about a Cho and you guys said that Yums can also play a very mean Cho, it actually sets up quite a lot of expectations coming in from me to make sure that Yums is able to execute this very well. Unfortunately, when it comes down to Todak's lineup, trying to look for that one person to really target is kind of difficult, right? When it comes down to a Cho, you want to go for the Juicin or you want to go for the Lunox. However, both have got ways that you will be able to create a massive distance or to just completely avoid this Cho altogether.
That's right. It will be difficult with that kind of mindset.
It's all about the mindset.
It's all about the mindset.
And
you know,
I can do it.
It's like say, screw it, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the kind of mindset. Like, that's the Malaysian way. It's like, this is hard for you to do. It's like, no. Easy.
It's hard for you, but not me.
Easy, bongo.
This is why NIP Flash keeps winning, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the mindset.
Because they got the mindset.
It's all about the mindset. It's like, who say you can't use Benedetta in this draft?
Well, who say that Cram is going to go down? No one else said it, actually.
Yeah, no one said it. I don't know why you brought it up.
No one absolutely said that.
Just making sure, right?
Yeah.
This guy, he's not gonna die as long as there are brushes in this map, right?
If Sakai gets this turtle for free, that's gonna be impressive, because here's the thing: Ling isn't a turtle slayer.
Wow! Second final slash from Momo. Sakai, Tempest Blade, steals it! He gets first blooded, but the job is done. SRG gotta get a bit more. Time Senpai, big lift. Sakai's under the turret, cannot find it.
I would say that's an even trade. 1 kill for a turtle, more or less even trade. But again, Zayed got a turtle, but he died. Sakai didn't get a turtle, but he got an assist. So again, even trade, but I would say better for SELANGOR Giants, because your scaler, Sakai's on his Ling, still alive.
Oh, all right. Now that I just remembered is the fact that Sakai's actually started off on the orange buff and then followed up onto the purple buff. So it does definitely make sense that he is already plotting to just go over to the turtle at level 4. He didn't start on the purple, which is what normal Lings would typically do.
Again, the jungle pathing coming in from both junglers. This is... I like the mindset that even none of us casters have brought it up, that even if you lose here, you go to the lower bracket. But yeah, I feel like everyone feels like if they lose here, they're gonna go home. So they're bringing their A game in every single match.
Yeah. It's all about playing your last, right? I mean, this
it's all about the mindset.
It's all about mindset. This is basically an express pass to qualify for M6. If you win in this upper bracket, you just gotta win one more, and then you're off.
But in the meantime, it's also going to be a litmus test for Todak, right? With the fact that they did manage to play a pretty good game number 1, it kind of sets them up, or rather understand their pacing if they were to go to the upper bracket or if they go to the lower bracket.
It's a fight here, kick into Bandit's rage, and time standpoint zoned out by Sakai. He's gonna have to try and get away. Purify's gonna come back up in a bit. Tempest Blaze used by Sakai. Wait, assassination, time standpoint survives! How is that possible? As Yanlord keeps him safe and Cram goes down, a trade for both teams.
Let me just say, that's less on Sakai's and more on Zaim Senpoi, man. Because Jushin is surprisingly tanky. And here's the thing, now I can start to see Zaim Senpoi's other build. I feel like in this game, he will eventually build a brute force breastplate because understanding, oh, you want to go for me? Come for me, buddy. I can use defense items and I'll still be a good mid laner.
At which point do you build the brute force breastplate?
Second or third.
So
It
right after
depends.
glowing one.
If you build glowing one, you go brute force. If you build the Clock of Destiny, you still need the glowing one. Afterwards, you go for brute force.
Right. So at this point in time, I think that it's relatively fair that there is gonna be quite a lot of attention onto him. So kind of going straight in for a second item brute force sounds pretty neat.
Sakai is a level behind Zayed. They're gonna try and take out Zayed first. He's the prime target. Yums is zoned out. Zayed needs some help. He now gets away. And Sakai goes down. Absolute disaster for SRG. Yums chased down by Chico guys. Stormy is all alone. They brought him into the fight and they're just gonna leave him. Zaim Senpoi ain't gonna let that happen. Todak just found 3 for the cost of none.
Right now,
It's not done just yet. Momo on top of the case. Final slash. Dodged by Innocent. But Law and Order. The verdict is death. Innocent. He will go down. Beamed by the lantern. Todak has just cracked SRG open.
this is the Todak that for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, Malaysians have been waiting for. This is the form of Todak that has been elusive to Malaysians, and now going up against the best in the business, Selangor Giants. They have a 2,000 goal lead in 5 minutes.
Selangor Red Giants, they are the gold standard for Malaysians. And when it comes down to Todak, they have a rich history. But now everyone is just saying, if you want to make it in internationals, you gotta be at least on Selangor Red Giants state. And if you do not manage to take 1 game, 2 game, or however games away from them, don't even dream of internationals. But look at Todak right now.
Yeah. They will find Yums trying to get away with the Shunpo Jikundo. All the abilities use Yums. He's just going to buy time. Sakai to Stormy arrives, but they're going to decide that it's not worth saving Yums. He goes down. A good time to call back last season where Yums said, "What is Todak without me?" And we're seeing the version of Todak that does just fine without him. Cram, he's going to go down as well. Chiku guys with the committed flicker to secure the kill.
Selangor Red Giants, they're in trouble. What they need is time. What Todak is denying them is time. Selangor Red Giants, it's unfortunate to say this, but the coaching staff probably are looking at this game, and perhaps they have to pivot. They have to look at a different direction, because if Todak wins this one, it's match point. And Selangor Red Giants, if they lose 0-3,
Wow.
that's going to continue the narrative of global MLBB esports. Of the strong teams, the reigning champions aren't going to the M6.
I mean, this is where it would really hurt for Selangor Red Giants, right, in this game. If they win, that's a morale boost. If they lose, that is them at the lowest.
Sakai so far hasn't been making good decisions when he goes through those fights. Or you can look at a different angle.
Todak's just playing out of their minds.
Playing out of their minds, man. Understanding when the Ling is going to come in and then just collapsing on the Ling.
And I think the burden of all the international expectations on SRG, you can start to feel the weight, right? Everyone talks about SRG. Everyone pits SRG as the challenger for the the global champions. They are the one that is to beat. But right now, that narrative is about to shift a little bit. The ecosystem is going to be shaken up. Todak, almost a 6K goal lead, and we don't even have the first lord up yet.
If Todak goes to M6, this is going to be an exciting time to be a Malaysian fan, because, again, bringing back the glory days.
Oh, yeah.
People waited for 4 years. I mean, they've been to the M Series, but they haven't been looking good. And this is the best Todak has ever looked before. Like, they're chaotic, but still disciplined.
In our home country, nonetheless, right? In
Yep.
where it all began, where RRQ was the one who took them out in the opening match, and RRQ is waiting for them
Yeah.
at the grand stage.
I mean, let's be honest here. Internationally, a lot of people give a lot of respect to SRG.
See, Yums finds the kick, the flicker, a bit off angle. He's gonna sacrifice his life to die once more. Use nothing. They're not gonna fight this, are they? Sakai stayed too long, and SRG never really had a chance.
It's not working on Zaim Senpoi at all.
Was that Lunox's damage? I mean,
This is a rinse and repeat for Sakai. He's constantly wanting to aim for Zyme Senpoi, but it's just not working at all.
Wow, Zayed just got a Thunder Belt.
Zush,
Wait, Zyme got Thunderbelt?
Zayed.
Oh, Zayed.
Zayed.
Okay, move.
Zion Senpoi right now, I won't believe you told me he's a mage. How can a mage stand toe-to-toe against a Ling and Angela, getting hit multiple times by the Ling, and still refuse to die? What kind of mage can tank that much damage from a Ling Angela?
What is that aggressive angle?
He's gonna just go in, he lifts Todak! He wants more than just that! That's Cram out of the picture. Todak wants the second blow. Sakai clears that mid wave, sure. Top wave's crashing in. Playing defense. First holy shield down, and Sakai's going to be chased down. Zayed looks for him. There's no way out. Zayed, he has been absolutely destroying all the junglers. And now Chico guys, he's going to go up against Sakai. Receives help from the hard guard, goes to the brilliance form. There's just no way, no resolution, no remedy for the state that they're in.
Back to the drawing board. I'm sorry, I'm calling it early.
No.
Back to the drawing board, Selangor Giants. They need something else.
Might not have time to get it, right? Todak just not gonna give them the time. Glorious Pathway, a premonition, a prelude to what Todak might just bring to close out this second game. Momo, flicker final slash. Dooms again buying time with the kick on the Chico guys. Can't even find it. SRG comes back to life, but the Crystal Wings exposed. Lord will help them out. Todak about to hit series point, and SRG put right at the gallows.
Game number 1, Todak ended it in 12 minutes. Game number 2, they went even faster than that. They beat the world champions in 10 minutes. This is record time for Todak, and now match point.
Not only that, they beat SRG record time on